January 8, 1932, a young Hawaiian man named Joseph Kahahawai was murdered all because a woman named Philia Maxey accused Kahahawai, along with Ben Ahupuelo, Henry Chang, Horace Ina, and David Takai, of kidnapping and raping her. Later, after all 5 boys were released because of a hung jury verdict, Grace Fortescue and Deacon Jones kidnapped Kahahawai and later shot and killed him. Written on Kahahawai's tombstone is the word Ho'omana'o, which means to remember. In this presentation, we would like to take you back to the time where many Hawaiians were facing much racism because of their own skin color in their own land. But in the end, the death of Joseph Kahahawai brought together the hearts and the tears of the Hawaiian people.
We're standing outside the courthouse looking at the front entrance. It was around this area where Joseph Kahahawai was forced into the car by Deacon Jones. So I'm actually looking at the map where the whole Massey case that took place.
16 is where Joseph Kahahawai's house was. 16. So there's various,
So 17 was where the police station was at before.
Yeah.
So the police station has moved from that over at Alamon.
It's moved over several times, and it's in its current location now. Up the street there on Baratania.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is where where the Massey house was. The Navy couple.
It's up in
Manoa Valley, yeah. The case itself was dismissed by the governor at the time. And they had this house upstairs on our rooftop that they built this small little house where she would be able to be detained. But as you know, the case was very short. They were only detained for an hour.
Yes.
And then they basically left the territory.
And they were free.
They were free after 1 hour in the governor's office, which was in this building.
Honor Killing by David Stennett has all the elements of scandalous, of true crime story, such as rape, contract killing, racism, in addition the involvement of corrupt military leaders, businessmen, the judge, defense team, juries, and newspaper editors, even the accused themselves. And all combined with their moral courage, united the desperate elements of non-white community and galvanized Hawaii's rapid transformation from an oppressed white-run territory to the harmonic multicultural American state it became.
It was a touching moment as we visited Joe Kahahawai's grave. It has been more than 70 years since he passed away, but it was amazing when we looked for his grave. One of the workers can just point out his grave out of all the Hunter graveyard over there. Even though it was a really old cemetery and most of the grave was not in good condition, but his grave was well taken care of, with fence and beautiful flowers. It shows how important Joe to the Hawaiian and to his family, and how they still connect to him even up to this day. Because he died innocent, he will be remembered.
Was still hurt from what had happened during the overthrow of the monarchy, and here comes another major blow. It wasn't so much about the death of Joseph Kahahawai, although it is an element, but it was the underlying message that both the native Hawaiians and the Howleys got from that case. At one end, the Hawaiians, the native Hawaiians, they thought to themselves, okay, there goes the overthrow, and here is another case where justice wasn't served. These people can just come and do whatever they want to do and get away with it. On the other hand, for the Halis, it's like forget about the law. It doesn't apply to these people because it all came down to racism. It is because these people are not the same color as us. This is a nation that upholds freedom, liberty, justice. Yet Joseph Kahahawai's case, it wasn't served. They say history repeats itself, but from this case, our group really learned that history not be repeated, but definitely remembered. And Joseph Kahahawai's case is one that should be remembered.
There was so much pain and suffering, but we admire them for they were able to direct all those pain and suffering towards change, standing up for what they believed in and fighting for what was equally theirs.